Ladies and gentlemen, I heard Nano put out a fantastic video about his theories on Dragon Ball Legends 5th Anniversary Part 2. So I'm going to react to this video because I love a good theory. I think any of you who've been around the channel know that. So we're just going to get into this. But real quick, I made a TikTok. I posted about it in the community tab. If you didn't see and you want to see, I'm going to be posting the same things. I posted shorts as to TikTok. But if you wanted to go follow the TikTok, I would love you at the end of time. Thank you. And yeah, we're just doing it, trying to grow, see what happens. But let's get right on into watching Nano and his immaculate theory.
Part 2 of the Legends 5th Anniversary is all anyone can talk about right now, and for good reason. Because
got some
what could
nice
Toshi and the Legends team
action going on here. Some good editing.
Right
Makes
now,
sense.
we've seen
Nano,
a glimpse into Part 2 with the reveal.
I know those
of
are
the
just
next
clips from
free-to-play
Legends, you know,
Android 13
commercials,
and
but
Cooler. Obviously,
all right,
these are
Cooler,
meant to be
yes.
a tease for what's next, given that the two previous free-to-play characters of the anniversary were Gohan and Vegeta from the Tournament
Universe
of Power,
Rap.
which directly relates to
Exactly.
Part 1.
It directly relates.
But what if this is still Part 1? What if they're
Oh?
shaking up the big celebration formula yet again? So
Are
instead of
they
getting
now?
Part 1, 2, and 3, we just get one massive Part 1 that has an LF and an Ultra, and one massive Part 2 that also has an LF and an Ultra.
So
because they did kind of include these new free-to-play
LF
characters.
Ultra.
On the
I
same
said that
graphic
actually in
as
my
the
like
other two
video
free-to-play characters.
before anniversary
So there's
began.
a lot
LF
to
Ultra,
talk
LF
about,
Ultra.
which is exactly
that
what
I was
we're
talking
diving
about. So
into
let's.
right here in this
I'm
video
in.
today.
I'm liking it,
And just
Nano.
like I'm very hungry to know what the Part 2 units are going to be, or even Legends. This is going to be
Alright.
the similar structure
But
we're used to
beyond
from
the
the 4th
sponsor.
anniversary or
Fourth
even
anniversary.
Legends Fest 2022,
Yep.
because the week of the 14th will either be our first anniversary Zenkai or will be a new character release, which of course tells us just how the rest of the anniversary will play out. For reference, the normal
surprised we still
structure
haven't
where we
gotten
get
a Zenkai,
Part
to be
1,
honest,
2,
but
and 3
whatever.
looks like this. Part 1 starts on the last weekend of May, Part 2 starts around June 20th, and Part 3 starts around July 12th, and that finishes out the anniversary. So,
For sure.
if the
That's
week
exactly how
of
it works.
June 14th actually features a new character, of which, if this happens, will likely be an Ultra, then we are seeing another shakeup in the anniversary lineup, which, to be fair, I don't think would really surprise all that many people. It could also follow the similar structure that we're used to, but here's a few reasons why.
I mean, ever
think
since
we're
second
gonna
anniversary,
see
they've
a
changed it
shakeup.
every year.
First off, if Part 2 was supposed to start in its normal time slot of June 20th, the free-to-play character reveals and releases are very early.
That's what I said.
Early,
I said they
and
were
that does seem a bit
weirdly
off
early
because these character choices aren't random. They will in some way align with whatever the next summonable character
always do.
is. Again, because the
There's
current
always
free-to-play
some
characters
connection.
are from the Tournament of Power, exactly
Directly
like
linked.
all of the premium summonable characters are.
Yep.
So these two new characters will relate to the new summonable character in some way. Secondly, Legends loves to test the waters for new formats prior to big celebrations. A great example of this is all the way back in March of 2020 when they
way back,
randomly dropped a double LF celebration for basically no reason at all. And then
Who's
later
March
that year, we got our
2020?
first big celebration with two LFs dropped at the same time for Legends Fest 2020 with the release of Broly and
I didn't
Gogeta
even
Blue.
remember
Now,
that. That
I'm
okay.
bringing this up because last September
That is
and
interesting.
now twice this year, we've had months that featured the release of a summonable Ultra and a summonable LF. In September,
Facts.
we got LF Cooler and Ultra Broly
That's
in
right.
the same month.
And then we got
in January, we got
17
LF
hit.
17 and Ultra Hit in the same month. And then just in April, we got the LF SSJ3 Goku and
and
SSJ2
Boo.
Vegito with Ultra Kid Buu. They do this stuff deliberately to test the waters with the player base. So if during normal months, they would drop an LF and an Ultra in the same month, then why wouldn't they do that during a massive celebration like the
Hold up real quick before Nano. He may say this. I don't know if Nano's going to say it, but I have been saying now for a while. We do get an Ultra every 1.5 months because Hit came out 1.5 months later. We got Rose. 1.5 months later, we got Kid Buu. And 1.5 months since Kid Buu came out at, what, the very end of April would be the middle of June, June 14th. So I'm just saying it would make sense thus far, us getting a... I mean, technically, LF came out in May now. This would be June, but it's within, you know, it's close enough.
the 5th anniversary. And technically,
I've been saying
LF
that.
Goku and Frieza were the May release for Legends,
Oh,
and right
okay.
now,
I
June
literally
has
just said
not
that.
had a single premium summonable release.
That's
so
true.
the format, if they choose to go this route, would look something like this. Around June 14th, we would see an Ultra release. And today, you hit that like button and you subscribe because we're trying to hit 1 million subs right here on YouTube. Around June
If you hit my like button, maybe we can get to 1 million subs one day.
28th, we'd see another LF release. And then on July 12th, we would see an Ultra release, which would be the final premium release of the anniversary.
Okay.
This is, of course, just a theory of mine. But like I said before part 1, I really do think Legends is trying to make a statement with this anniversary. And so far, from the free-to-play characters to 4 new SPs on the part 1 banner to just everything they've been doing, this is shaping up to be the best celebration they've ever had. So why stop there? Also,
I agree with that. I would also say the having a like LF, then an Ultra, then an LF and Ultra, which is something I again said before. The second Ultra coming out, you know, like middle of July wouldn't exactly line up with their normal time frame, which is what I had been going off of beforehand of every 1.5 months. It'd be more like the end of July, beginning of August. But I could definitely see them just making it sooner because it's anniversary and because they wanted to do LF Ultra, LF Ultra. So I kind of like his point there. I think Nano's on fire. I'm fully invested now, Nano.
Closely reflects Dokkan.
Okay, I don't play Dokkan, so I'm interested in this. I do know they're similar
because Dokkan drops 4 premium summonable characters during its anniversaries and has since the 4th anniversary. So if they do decide to go this route, that means that the next character would be an Ultra, and presumably based off these free-to-play characters would be from sagas from the movie. And a lot of people are thinking that Orange Piccolo will show up.
Orange Piccolo will probably be that guy.
And the more I've thought about Orange Piccolo,
still think it's
the more
gonna be
I think he lends himself to be an Ultra. He does do a lot of cool stuff in the movie, and they could definitely give him a legendary finish. But I do think he would be cooler with just an intro that's him going from Power Awakened to Orange instead of him just starting the match as Orange and doing an LF. This, however, would be a first for this game because we haven't had a character's debut as an Ultra ever.
That's true. Every Ultra has a unit already.
In the game has had an SP before it became an Ultra. Now, that's not really some rule, more of just a trend that we've noticed. So they could
I could definitely see Orange Piccolo drop though as an Ultra.
Now,
Ultra Orange Piccolo, LF Beast Tom.
Then here are some other solid candidates I think we could see.
Okay, who else we thinking?
Super Saiyan God Goku.
Ooh, he's going the Battle of Gods route.
Very underutilized in this game. And when I made my yearly predictions video, I actually said I think we could see an SSG Goku sooner than later, whether that be an LF or an Ultra. Another is
we definitely need another Super Saiyan God Goku. We have not gotten one forever.
The characters theme because they are both movie bosses, and well, Janemba is a
powerful opponents
who hasn't had a card release since the random Ultra Space-Time banner with Super Gogeta that released in January of 2020. So
2020, we haven't gotten
this
game. Damn, that's
some sort. It could also be a Super Saiyan Goku.
Nah, that'd be boring to me. I think a lot would be boring to a lot of people. The Goku
form cooling, so that would fit perfectly as well. But I do think Super Saiyan Goku might be a bit disappointing to a lot of people because we just have so many already, and it would mirror the 4th anniversary almost like too closely. With part 1 of the 4th anniversary and the 5th anniversary both being a tournament power Goku, and then part 2 of the 4th anniversary being a movie
because we got Goku,
and then part 2 of the 5th anniversary also being a movie SSJ Goku. I don't know, they'd be like way too close. And I know technically the same thing could go for a Super Saiyan God Goku, but I feel like people would let that one slide just because a Super Saiyan God
I would let it slide more because we haven't gotten Super Saiyan God Goku
we just had
forever.
So few in the game.
I would let that slide.
More. As much as they love to mirror themselves, we just got a brand new Super Saiyan God Goku from the Battle of Gods movie in Dokkan. So now I'm like, man, Super Saiyan God Goku sounds really likely really soon in Legends because they really love to just release.
They do. No, I do. I have heard.
It's kind of
like
crazy.
Whenever I see people have brought it up, because I don't play Dokkan myself.
Potential characters for literally ever would be.
But I have seen Gamma 1. I have seen people bring up that Legends and Dokkan make a lot of similar. Like Dokkan puts out a unit, and then Legends puts out a unit. A lot of similar things like that. So the only thing on Super Saiyan God Goku that I'm kind of like, I don't know, is Legends doesn't actually count the Battle of Gods movie or the ROF movie as movies. They have, because they came out in the anime as like their own arcs in the anime, they have it in Legends where they're just their own arc. They're not part of the Sagas from Movies arc. Okay, I literally pulled out and plugged in my phone just to show this. So Movies God Goku, Super Saiyan God Goku from the Battle of Gods would be in, like, the only reason I have hesitancy to say they're gonna do that is because of how they tag Movies units in this game. They put them under the episode character, area of tags, where you see game originals and then Sagas from Movies right here. And then when you do that, you get all those Movies characters. However, they don't have the Battle of Gods or ROF under Sagas from Movies because they have their own tags, because they happened in the anime as like own separate anime arcs. You can see here, Frieza Resurrected Saga is all of the ROF characters, because people have been talking about, like a Golden Frieza or something. And then God of Destruction Beerus Saga would be all of the Battle of Gods stuff. As you see, we got the 2 God Gokus right there. And they're in their own separate tags, and they don't even let you or I guess you can select multiple, but they've never given anyone multiple tags from episodes, like, because they kind of episodes are like you're in that episode. So it would be interesting to see if they finally allowed people to have multiple episodes, but no one has that. So I think more likely would be they make it so the character, if it's a God Goku, he would still be on the God of Destruction Beerus Saga episode selection, but they would add a tag up here into the character tag that would be just like a movies tag. It would be a movies tag, and they would give it then retroactively to every single Sagas from Movies unit. So when you go and look at, we'll just pull up Gogeta Blue here to give an example. They would give in character tags here, they would add one, say in this slot, it would just say movies or whatever they want to title it. and he would still be episode sagas from the movies, but then he would have a movies tag here, so you could work in the Battle of God ROF units as movies units. If they don't do that, it doesn't really make sense to drop him, because then he doesn't actually work with any of the movies, free-to-plays that we just got, or the other movies units. They would have no connection at all, because they wouldn't give him episode sagas from movies tag, like as a buff, because he's not from the episode sagas from movies tag himself, because they're going to put him on the, Beerus saga. But if they did give a new tag just titled like movies, like how I explained, like, down here as a movies tag, if he buffed, units that have that, that would work for him buffing everyone else, but no one else would buff that. Because all the old movies units, I doubt they would go and change the Z ability, because they never go and change the Z abilities, even with Universe Rep. Because we just got Universe Rep, they kind of did something like this for Universe Rep recently, so I guess it wouldn't be insane. But the downside would be, with Universe Rep, all, like, the people who came out on Universe Rep before Universe Rep was a tag, say, like, I believe Bergamo, let's see, what's your Z ability? Yeah, Universe Survival Saga. They didn't change that. That's what the Tournament of Power is. They didn't change that to Universe Rep for anyone. So if we get Super Saiyan God Goku, he would have potentially the new, movies tag, like how we got the new Universe Rep tag. He would have that new movies tag on him, but he would not receive any buffs from any of the previous movies units, because they all buff sagas from the movies episode tag, if that makes sense. I hope I'm explaining that clearly, which would really kind of suck for Goku. Wouldn't be the worst. Yeah, obviously, most people would probably just run him on God Key or leader slot him, whatever it ends up being. But that is just one downside and one, like, hurdle to it being Super Saiyan God Goku or Golden Frieza, as people mentioned before. But I like what Nano's on here.
Either a Gamma 1 and 2 or some form of Cell Max.
Oh, really?
Gamma 1
You think it's Cell Max?
Obviously be a tag-based character.
Another tag? I don't know about getting a tag already.
Core Breaker in any of these gacha games. It's kind of crazy that neither Legends nor Dokkan have the Core Breaker moment from Gamma 2, and this would be a perfect opportunity to do so right here in the anniversary. And then as far
I could see that as like a
Cell
separate
Max,
sparking.
I still think
That'd
they
be
will
cool.
find a way to put Cell Max in this game, because he is the latest big-time villain in a Dragon Ball movie, or basically Dragon Ball anything that's been animated, right? Because they're not pulling from the manga. I know a lot of y'all want that. It's clear they're not doing that. So Cell Max is the latest
They're
big
just not doing the manga,
got, and
sadly.
it would make them a lot of money. It's basically as simple as that. Cell Max,
I mean, you
make
could
them a
shrink
lot of
down
money,
Cell
and
Max.
if they didn't want to make him actually playable, because I know a lot of y'all have gripes over that, it's not gonna be possible. Cell Max can't be playable. They could pull the old tape.
It's not
trick
impossible.
and have
They
it
just
be a
haven't done it with, like,
Magenta,
anyone
who's just a
else.
1% sparking. But when he dies, Cell Max could come out and just do the Harutogon thing. It would be that simple to put him in the game.
That would be
So
kind of
I
disappointing,
definitely think
for
in
Cell
some
Max
form or
enjoyers, but
another,
that would be
Cell
cool.
Max will appear in this game sooner than later. And it's worth noting, all of these picks are viable as both LFs and Ultras. And I'm saying that because there is a really high chance they just stick with the formula we already know, which is where they just released 3 premium characters as opposed to the 4 I've proposed here. I do think it would be a little odd to drop these free-to-play characters this early, since it gives us this much of a hint as to what's coming next, and then for them to keep with the previous format of Part 2 not releasing until June 20th or so. But there's a good argument that since they
could
did drop
drop
so many additional SPs for Part 1 banner, that they are focusing on just the standard 3 drops that we're used to, but offering more within those drops, which I'm totally fine with. Now, if they decide to go the route that I...
Hold on one second. Well, I would like, I like that we're getting more Sparkings. They could still drop 4 premium units. I don't think this is what they're gonna do, but this is, I suppose, another thing they could do. They could drop the Goku and Frieza, move up the next LF, say we get, whatever LF, Orange Piccolo, whatever it is, whatever movies LF we get. And then, because they moved everything up, you drop 2 Ultras, potentially at the same time. Maybe they do the dual banner format. They know people love the dual banner format. It's not quite the same for Ultra Banners, because people hate Ultra Banners. Ultra Banners suck. But you could do that. You could drop LF, and then everyone thinks, all right, we're going to get our final Ultra here. You drop 2 Ultras. Maybe not at the same time. Maybe you space them out 2 weeks. July's only Ultras. There's no LF. I don't think that's as likely as LF Ultra, as I said way back before Anniversary began, and Nano's saying here. But that is something they could do. potential,
here,
you know.
I still wouldn't expect a character like Vegito Blue or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to show up until the very end.
I think it's gonna be
and
Vegito
even more
Blue, but yeah.
specifically, if we do end up getting our first
I would say they're gonna be at the end
Legends
too.
Ultra in the
They're
game,
like the big
I still
final
think they
hurrah.
would wait until the very end. And if an Ultra releases here in less than a week, then it would just be a standard Ultra and not a new Legends Limited LF Ultra that I think a lot of us are still anticipating, because yes, they can still do that. It's just slapping a label over a rarity.
It is
Already
slapping
talked
a
about
label
this in
on.
a link, but it is possible. Don't be surprised when it happens sooner than later. These are all theories of mine because I just
okay,
love
Nano.
discussing what ifs.
You know
and I just love
something,
the
my
state of
guy?
Dragon Ball Legends
You
right
up
now.
to
It is a ton
something?
of fun.
You
They're
got
killing
some
the 5th
info?
anniversary, and being able to have these discussions with all of you is way too enjoyable to not make these videos. So who do you think is going to show up in either part 2 or part 3, or if there's a part 4 of this anniversary? Let me know down below. And while we wait to find out, you can check out today's sponsor, Fact.
All right, and with that, yeah, I kind of like his theory about Ultra Orange Piccolo, man. About it being LF Ultra, LF Ultra. I don't know about it being Ultra LF, like an Ultra LF character, Legendary Finish Ultra. It's like both. He has the beginning and the end if you hit the LF. I do agree it is just slapping a title on. You just slap, like Spark. LFs are just Sparkings, so they're special Sparkings. So you would just slap the LF thing on an Ultra and give them some cool little animation at the end. If they did that, that would... The only reason I'd say maybe it's not happening yet is because they want to drop some more Ultras before we get to Ultra LF, which would then presumably just be a step above Ultra and be going even higher. I'd assume they'd be even better. Like how LFs are better than normal Sparkings, I assume LF Ultras would be better than just Ultras, which would be crazy because Ultras themselves right now are in insano mode. But that could be something that happens. If we go with Nano's theory, which is actually the one I put out before Anniversary began. I, however, said before Anniversary began that we would get... I originally said Spirit Bomb Goku, and then I changed to Goku and Frieza. And then I said Ultra VB, and then I said LF Orange Piccolo or Janemba, and then I said an Ultra FSK Gohan. So if this does happen and it's Ultra Piccolo, because it's definitely going to be movies related, the free-to-plays are obviously leaning that way. I could see us having the LF, Goku, and Frieza. We got them. Then Ultra Orange Piccolo. Then the next LF? The next LF kind of has me... I don't know. I'm super stumped on who the next LF would be. It could be... There's so many people out there. I don't think it would be another movies. I don't think it would be another Tournament of Power character. I don't... It obviously wouldn't be Vegito Blue. He already has an LF. All the like big fusions have LFs already. You can make a transforming LF, I suppose, but I don't think it'll be that. And then I don't know. Honestly, the next it could be a GT. They could drop a GT LF. They could drop the Spirit Bomb, you know, Kid Goku or whatever. That could be something. We could get Tournament of Power movies, then GT, and then you finish it off with Ultra Vegito Blue, because I for sure think Ultra Vegito Blue is coming. Like, I'm just locked in that Ultra Vegito Blue is coming. I'll be amazed if he doesn't. If it's not VB, I think it'll be Gogeta 4, but I think they'll save Gogeta 4 for Legends Festival, because that's kind of Gogeta's time. And we always, literally have always gotten a Vegito during Legends Anniversary. The only time it wasn't like the main LF or Ultra was when we got 3rd Anniversary and we got LF Gogeta 4, but there was still a VB there. And if there's an Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they don't put other units on that banners, or at least they haven't thus far, like new units besides the Ultra. So we wouldn't have a VB. So that's why I think it's going to be Ultra VB. But let me know your thoughts on who you think it's going to be. What do you think of Nano's thoughts? I think Nano did a fantastic job, actually. Nano had a lot of great information going back to 2020 on things, bringing up data points. I really like this. This is really good from Nano. I got to up my own game. I got to up my own game, clearly, because Nano killed it here. And yeah, great work, Nano. I doubt you're ever going to see my video, but if you do, fantastic work, my guy. And as always, you know, let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments below. Don't forget to follow my TikTok. Again, you know, just a quick reminder, I made it. It's brand new. You should go check it out. But yeah, I hope y'all are enjoying. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Hope you all stay happy and healthy. Have the best of days. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow.